My wife cheated while we were engaged for 6 years. Long story short, my wife, we just got married 4 months back. We were engaged for 6 years. I got to know she was cheating on me while we were engaged. She had a BF before we got engaged, and after our engagement she continued the relationship for 2 years. After some time her BF got engaged and married to someone else, and my fiance got into relationship with a new guy, and their relationship lasted for 4 years. Until our marriage. This is so messed up. And in addition to that, while she was involved with her second BF, she was also seeing her ex-BF who is married. Ike, what the hell just happened in my life? It's been 4 months and we are married and she cheated on me for 6 years. Ike, what I should do? Should I tell this to my parents or give her a chance, as she is saying she didn't contact them after the marriage? As we both belong to conservative and orthodox community, I'm so blank and I have no clue how to move ahead. I got to know about her cheating on me after 4 months of marriage. People addressing me as CUCK. It's a big no. I'm not, and we come from a South Asian family, and here it will affect on my family and her family's reputation. People will talk and whatnot. That's one of the reason I'm going crazy. I know the seriousness of cheating, but I am worried about families and society. Need an advice. Update. So recently I confronted my wife and here is what she said. It was a huge mistake I know I should not have done. At the beginning our engagement, our bonding wasn't so good, and at the young age I got distracted. And I realized that what I was doing was absolutely wrong, so I wanted to end things with AP2, and when she tried break up with AP2 he got furious and started threatening and torturing her that he will tell her family and me about their affair and how she cheated on me if she leaves him. And the relationship continued for another 2 years. They were having lots of fight about how she can't marry him BCZ of her parents' reputation in our community, and he kept forcing her for marriage, and if she doesn't that he'll tell everyone about their affair, so she was scared of their that our engagement may break off and how it will diminish her family reputation and how other people will see her. She is crying and asking for forgiveness. Deep down I know it's not the entire truth. She is begging and love bombing me and promising me that from now onwards she will never do such a thing, and she hates herself for this and she will never hide anything. I also contacted AP2, so we spoke over the phone. He moved to a different country. Initially he wasn't ready to speak about it, but I had to know, so he took some time and he called me after 2 days and told me he wanted to tell me and confess everything, and I was so shocked by what I heard from him. It all began when my wife was in school. She met AP1 in her school, and they were in a relationship for almost 8 years, and their love affair was so intense. In school time AP1 got engaged to someone from his community due to family, and didn't like it, and she made him break off the engagement, and they continued their relationship. After school she followed AP1 to his college, and they were enjoying their relationship in different city and same college, so she was in relationship with him and engaged with me at the same time for next 2 years. In 2020 AP1 was supposed to get married to his fiancée, so he restarted giving time to his fiancée and kept distance with, though they were still in contact, and kept their emotional affair going on. She was heartbroken while being engaged with me BCZ AP1 was getting married. She got in touch with AP2 through a common friend in mid-2020 on the day of her birthday, and she fell in love with him harder than ever. She proposed AP2, he said yes. She never felt this happy before. She confessed about her engagement to AP2 after 3 months, and then told him that she can't marry him for the same reason she could not marry AP1, and AP2 told her to focus on her engagement and make better relationship with, but she said that I'm not interested in her, and I told her that find a boyfriend, and lied to him to keep him in her life. He told her that he's getting very serious and emotionally invested, so please don't take this further if she can't handle it. And if she wants to be treated like a priority, then she has to give commitment and put efforts. She agreed on, and they kept their relationship. The new relationship was like honeymoon. For the first 1.5 year they had physical relations too. While she was with AP2 and engaged with me, she used to speak with AP1 occasionally. After 1.5 years she met him in a function, and then she suddenly started saying no for marriage, and this made AP2 very furious that how can you take U-turn from commitment. After some arguments and fights she agreed to marry him. The topic of marriage became big reason for their fight. She started ignoring him, avoiding him, treating him very bad and giving him silent treatment. Meanwhile they got physical, and it was a very lustful relationship between them. She hardly used to show him emotion, but when it came to sex she loved it. In Jan 2021 and AP2 got in a huge fight about the marriage topic. She denied, so AP2 asked her why did she do this to him. Earlier she was ready, now she is backing off. Also she cheated on her fiancé. AP2 told her that if she does this he won't keep this infidelity as a secret and won't let her use him as a rebound after this much time and emotional investment. So he will talk with her parents and fiancé that they love each other and put things in the right places, but she gets scared that her parents will beat her. They will know. People will know, her family will be boycotted from community. What people will think about her, this fear took over her head and she started creating distance from him. After a month, AP2 met their common friend and he got to know that my wife had called AP1 last month and told him that AP2 is blackmailing her and that he'll tell everyone about their relationship. She called AP1 right 1 week after sleeping with AP2. This broke AP2 and he lost his trust in her. He saw her partying in marriage and having fun while distancing with him. At that time he was so broke, but she didn't care. After knowing that she contacted AP1 behind his back, he spoke with AP1. AP1 told AP2 that she is a very selfish person. She had ruined his life and how she is ruining his life. She did the same thing with him, made him attached to her emotionally, and left him by saying she can't marry him. AP2 spoke with her. She said that everything she has done until now is wrong and she wants to make things right. She will try to marry AP2 and she will never speak to AP1. 2023. AP2 and my now wife were having a good time. Sometimes the marriage topic used to come up and she used to say yes, she will marry, and sometimes she used to say she is scared and she won't be able to do it, like a complicated answer. In Nov 2023, AP2 caught her talking to AP1 and he got to know that they never stopped talking and she was cheating on AP2. She used to meet AP1 even though he was married and he had a 1-year-old baby girl. And AP1 also hid it from AP2 knowing she is engaged and she is also having one more relationship. So basically she cheated on her fiancé with AP2 and AP1, and she cheated on AP2 with AP1. AP2 was emotionally traumatized and didn't know what to do. And in the same month our family decided to get us married in March 2024. AP2 kept begging her to give her a chance, but she turned so cold, only used him to spend money and masturbate every day on the phone. He literally said that she used to masturbate with him on the phone every damn day. Until the last week of our marriage. And this is happening since 2021. They were physically active, they were sexting, sending nude and talking dirty, and masturbating on video calls every day. Even after our marriage got fixed, they were having intimate video calls, and she met him in December and January, and they got intimate and went to a temple. She said she will marry AP2, and after some time she refused and said she won't do anything. She doesn't have that strength to admit this in front of everyone and left him hanging alone. He kept telling her that even if she doesn't want to marry him, at least tell her fiancé the truth and don't ruin his life with a lie and such a horrific secret. He deserves to know this, but she refused and blamed him. AP2 told her that he'll tell her parents and me everything, but she threatened him that she will file a case against him and won't let him go to another country for his higher studies. He kept begging for a chance to talk to her family and me to let everyone know and not to fool anybody, but she didn't let him. Currently he is taking therapy and trying to heal himself from this incident. He was with her for 4 years. And while all this was happening, I was unaware of everything, trusting her blindly. We all trusted her at some point. She was entertaining 3 men at the same time and she chose me because of money, family pressure and reputation in the community, and never let me have a single thought about what's happening behind my back. I believed that everything between her and me was going smooth. She treated me like she really liked me. Years ago she had a doubt that I was having an affair with my classmate and she made me remove her from all my social handles and friend circle. As per AP2 in my discussions, she didn't care about anyone except her family and her reputation. AP2 told me that he tried reaching out to me a few times but I didn't respond. I was selected in the police department and was under the training period. He cared about her family and the money her father took as a loan for marriage. Also, she is a girl and in our country laws are partial to women, so if she files any type of false case against him, he will get in huge trouble. I asked him for the SS of the chat and photos videos, but he refused that she might file a case of defamation for sharing private chat and photos, but he sent me some decent chat SS and pics and I can see he is absolutely right. This is what happened behind my back while we were engaged for 6 years. AP1 is happily married with his wife and kid. AP2 is away in a different country all alone taking therapy. And here I'm. She is begging for forgiveness and not to tell anybody. She is also thinking of filing case against AP2. What? But yeah, this is so messed up. I never thought people can go this low. It's been 4 months of our marriage. We went on moon and were having a good time until I found out this. Trusting her is difficult by the way she treated AP1 and AP2. Also, how can anybody do such a thing? This is inhuman. For me, for a P2, and I think AP1 wife deserves to know this. I and AP2 both agreed on not put this out on huge display and harm her reputation because she is a girl. Sorry for making it lengthy and long, but had to say it in one go. Not sure if I'm gonna update further, but this is what happened with me. If you've read until here, I really appreciate it. I really need an advice on how to approach to this situation. Whose fault is this? Few comments. Comment 1. I don't know why you want to preserve her reputation. She is a cold-blooded reptile who doesn't love you. You need that evidence. Then, you need to eject this pos from your life. Comment 2. She is a serial cheater, which makes her 40% more likely to cheat again. She is capable of living a lie 24/7 for years. Most people can't. That should terrify you. All cheaters are selfish, entitled, deceptive, and have zero empathy for their partner. But she took cheating to a sociopathic level. Speak with an attorney about annulment or divorce based on fraud. Comment 3. She secretly made you a cuck. AP1 is everything she wanted. Her AP1 can have her whenever he wants. You should STD test yourself, man, and tell her to confess everything to both of you family. Or if you still think of staying with her, then go ahead and enjoy the misery. Her AP1 will always find a way to duck her, or else she will find another way to make you fool again. Comment 4. Niece, I find it so interesting that all this is going on and no one actual had a clue. So how did you finally, after so many years, catch on to her betrayals? So here is the truth about serial infidelity. It is not normally forgivable. They cheat because they enjoy cheating and have no desire to quit. You should be suspicious of who her next conquest is. And she still has not disclosed the first AP, meaning she will only address the things she knows you already know. That one thing in her is showing true remorse. She doesn't want anyone knowing, but is threatening to file against AP2, essentially outing herself. I cannot help but wonder how many others before you she had been screwing. Her parents would beat her, and you are a police officer. Your culture is not the same as most Western cultures, it seems. Maybe you need to threaten to expose her to her family unless she tells you everything and stops lying. Because you think there is more she is hiding. Asking questions you already know the answers to is a police interrogation technique. Do not tell her what you know. Make her confess it all or just divorce her. Her intent to deceive and lie tells you who she truly is. Look up true remorse after infidelity.